This episode was sponsored by Santos Threads. Make sure to visit Santos-Threads for the latest and greatest in men's and women's Latino hip-hop inspired streetwear apparel. Visit SANTOS-THREADS.com. You are now listening to the Santos Says podcast, episode number 21. I'm your host, Santos, proud owner of Santos Threads. Make sure to visit Santos-Threads. You already know the deal. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, Santos Thread Shop. Welcome once again. Episode number 21. Here we go. Back at you. On this episode, I will have a very special guest. This person is a real good person who I've known actually for a couple months already. Somebody who I've been able to really see his growth. Someone who's very talented. This person goes by the name of Casino Gotti, representing San Diego. So we're going from coast to coast, representing that San Diego, California, West Coasting over here, joining your boy Santos from New York. So we're going from Cali to New York on this interview. We're going to talk to Casino Gotti, who this guy right here, let me tell you something about this guy right here. This person right here, I am very excited to have him here because this young man, I'm seeing him little by little climbing. I see his grind. I see what he does. I see his passion. He's got the good music. I've heard his music. This man right here is coming, ladies and gentlemen. This man right here, he wants it. He's coming to go get it. He's getting after it. This man represents the West Coast. We're going to talk to him a little bit about what he's up to, what he's got planned in the works. He's working on his EP. He's got new joints coming out, and he's definitely West Coast representative. Very happy to be with him. This is months in the making, and as a matter of fact, he's right there getting ready to join right now. So I want to, without further ado, we're going to talk with him about what he's up to, his project coming up. We'll talk about some of his joints that he released. We'll talk a little hip hop. We'll do a little BS. We'll BS along the way, the whole thing. We want to chop it up real nice. So without further ado, I want to welcome to the show, Casino Gotti.
Hey, what's going on, yo? What's going on? Hey, my boy Santos. I appreciate you for bringing me on your platform, bro. I really appreciate that. That's love, bro. That's love.
Nah, listen, brother. Listen, I seen you. First of all, let's be clear, right? We always used to go back and forth. We talked before we even knew of what one another was doing. Obviously, shout out to Nate, right? Ask Nathaniel,
right.
His platform.
Yeah,
that's how we
Big Nate.
Big Nate, yo, salute to Big Nate, right?
Yeah.
And just one thing led to another. We was able to, we were able to form a little relationship and kind of support each other.
Wow.
And so for me, it's an honor. I always like to support people who do their thing. My thing is always about unity. It's always about black and brown unity. For me, it's always been that. It's always been about that. So like when I see a brother doing this thing, for me, it's about support. So,
oh yeah, most definitely, bro. I appreciate that. It's the same thing over here, bro. On this side, and I got your merchandise too. That hat.
Word, dog. Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
I support you too, like you support me, brother. So, and I'ma still cop some more gear too. I'ma still buy some more stuff.
Listen, my brother, I appreciate that. You always been 100, and really. Let's keep it real here, audience. This man supports too. Like he's been supporting, and we're gonna definitely plug all your stuff. You know what I mean? We're gonna plug your joints and everything because we're gonna talk about what you got going on and all that stuff. So trust me, like that. First of all, let's start off with this, right? I want to talk about we'll start from your beginning, right? So let's talk about how you get your start in the game. How long have you been doing your thing?
Right. Well, it's going back to high school, bro. I was like 10th grade, sophomore year. I used to go with my boys to the studio a lot. They used to go record at the studio, like down the street from my house. Like, soon as you leave the apartments, you make that right, and then the studio is right there, like those office buildings. So I used to go to the studio with them a lot, and I didn't record at the time because I didn't know nothing about getting on the song, verses, hooks. I ain't know nothing about none of that. So I just
Yeah.
used to go with them and see them do their thing. So we all would meet up, about like 5, 10 of us would meet up after school, mob into the studio, be at the studio for a few hours, and just rock out, just jam out, light up that blunt,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just vibe. Yeah, the vibe.
just vibing, And then it took me a while to record, bro, because I wasn't too sure how this shit would go.
The structure.
One day, the structure of the song and all that. So I was like, you know what? One day, I called my boy up, Jake. Salute to my boy Jake. I called my boy up, Jake. I was like, yo, bro,
Shout out to.
we gonna go Saturday morning, right? We gonna go to the studio. We gonna put out a song. And we gonna see how it do. So me and my boy Jake, he was like, all right, cool. Met him at the studio. It was one Saturday morning. I'll never forget. Met him at the studio. We went to the studio, like further down from where I stayed, like on El Cajon Boulevard.
All right.
Went to the studio. Came up with a song. My first song I ever did was called "She Gotta Go to Work." Very simple. Very
Nice.
simple.
Yeah. I hear you, man.
Very simple song.
You gotta start somewhere, though.
Yeah, gotta start somewhere, bro. Very simple song, straight to the point. It was like one of them booty twerk songs for the females.
Got you. Yeah, listen, whatever you got to do to start, because you know the flow. So you got to start with. See, I understand how rap go. I used to rap a long time ago. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, I used to spit a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, I'm in my 30s, man. I used to spit like when I was a teenager. You know what I mean? So like, I was a student of the game. So like, your first rhymes is always gonna be like some ABC shit, because you're trying to figure out the structure, right? All right, 2 bars here, 2 bars here, 16 bars, 16 bar verse, whatever. You know what I mean? So I get that. But go ahead, proceed.
Yeah, so we went to the studio and the song actually came out pretty well. He did the mixing and mastering, put the final touches to it, what goes where, the verse goes here, the hook goes there, stuff like that. We have put it out like a few hours after we came back from the studio. And then that whole weekend, when I put the song on my SoundCloud, that stuff was going crazy, bro. Like the streams, people were sharing it, people was commenting, and I was like, wow, my first song ever. Like I made a SoundCloud before I put out a song.
Yeah.
You know the little SoundCloud account.
Yeah, just a regular profile. Yeah.
Just a regular profile. I had like a playlist on there. That wasn't me. It was just other artists. Like, I made my own playlist. R&B, some, slow jam, et cetera, et cetera.
For sure, man. Yeah.
So I just said, shit, fuck it, put the song up there. Put the song up there, and that whole week in school, bro, I kid you not, kids was coming up to me saying, bro, I heard that song with you and Jake. I heard that song with you and Jake. She gotta go to work. They was rapping that stuff back to me word for word, bro. Word for word. I was like, what? I said, what the hell, bro? This shit crazy.
You didn't expect it. You didn't expect it.
I did not expect it at all, bro. Damn near every kid was coming up to me. Bro, that song with you and Jake go hard. Hey, she gotta go to work. Like, they was dancing, coming up to me, doing that. The females was rapping word to word. I was like, wow, like our first song ever. We put it out there, it go crazy. The kids like it. I want some more of that. Let me go get some more of that. Let me go put out some more stuff. Until that day, I kept putting out more music. And I wish I had that same SoundCloud, bro, that people could see the evolution in the upgrade from when I first started off the sound then to now. I wish I still had that account, but for some reason I took it down. I don't know why.
Oh, man.
To this day, yeah, man. To this day, I don't know why I took that stuff down. But after that, bro, we just kept putting out more songs, us together. Like, it wasn't on no group thing. We was just all a collective, just messing with each other. Just the bros, just doing
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you wasn't thinking anything of it. Yeah.
Man, I wish I had that shit, bro. I'm so pissed.
Hey,
but
listen,
it is what it is, man.
Yeah, nah, listen, and this is what I was gonna tell you too, man, because like I could see, look, I wasn't obviously I didn't have the pleasure of seeing you come from that point, but I'm still catching you relatively early. So I'm glad, I'm grateful for that. Like I didn't know, like when a lot of times I'll keep it real with you. A lot of times people be like, yeah, I rap, I do my thing, and blah blah blah. And most of the time it's whack, right?
Right.
But you're not right. It's just whack. You like you seen this, right? Like, oh, this is trash. You actually, I gotta say, like I've heard your joints. You know, the Migo Story. Let me tell you something about that song. I heard that one. I heard a couple other ones. I heard 23. Migo Story. I'll tell you something about that. I love that song. Like I've heard that. I played that song a lot. I've played it before a lot, and I'll tell you because I feel like I love the creative direction on that song. What was the inspiration for that song? That song goes hard, man. Like it's not just the beat, but it's also that you're telling a story. Where did you get the inspiration for that song?
Bro, I was because you know I'm a movie guy, and
same.
I like movies like The Godfather, Scarface, stuff like that. Seeing guys rise from nothing to something.
Right.
So one day I was just watching Scarface, and I just got inspired by it. I'm like, let me go to the studio and whip up something. Called my boy. I was like, yo, you come to the studio this week. We're gonna do something. He said, all right, for sure. Booked the session. And that beat that you heard, that beat is from a producer that's in Toronto, Canada. I got it from him.
Wow.
He
wow. Would have never thought that.
He produced that joint. As soon as he sent me the beat, I was like, dog.
We gotta shout that guy out.
Right I said,
that's it. Yeah, that joint is hard.
Bro, I do. I said, bro, this is it right here. This beat, something about this beat is dark, it's vibey, and it matches me. And it matches the song and the storyline of the song. This is the whole theme of the song. It just matched. It just fits.
It's perfect. It's a vibe. And your lyrics too. Like I was listening because the lyric, because I'll be honest with you, right? Like I notice nowadays, you know it, like it seems like lyricism is kind of like not what it was. Like there's not as much emphasis on lyricism. And I could tell by listening to you put it down on this joint that you spent time crafting, like you really were trying to tell a story. You had a message and you really like, I could tell like you really spent time on lyricism. And I appreciate that as somebody who's kind of like more of an old school fan. That you have a lyricism.
Big thing, man. Yeah, it is. It's huge. It's definitely big, bro. Like you just said yourself, you know, that's something that's missing in the game now. You know, lack of lyricism. You know, and which is cool. You know, everybody doing their thing. You know,
there's a lane for everybody.
Yeah, it's a lane for everybody. You got the party turn up rap that's more catchy. You know, very ABC-ish. You know, elementary, nursery vibe, you know, not too much stuff. Just all right, this is what it is. We're gonna put it out. People fuck with it. But you know, like you said, I like to focus more on lyricism. You know, more storytelling. You know, stuff like that. And that's and obviously add my style to it, and just mix it up and just whip it into something that you know is different. You know, it's not like what. You know, like the type of sound I got, like it's not too many people that could sound like it.
Nah, I was gonna say that too because
nobody got that sound, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, like this is the crazy thing because I having spoken to you as well. Like, ladies and gentlemen, this guy really talks like this. Like, this is not. There ain't no machine. There ain't no. Yo, you really people thinking like you chop and screwed and all that. Like you know, you chop and screw your voice like they do in Houston and shit. Like, nah. He really talks like this is his voice. Like. Casino Gotti, like, and it's dope. And it's dope. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's up. Like, perfect voice. It's different. Your style, you know what I mean? Stylistically, all right. I'm gonna ask you a question, right? I'm gonna ask you who influenced you. Like, who were your favorite MCs coming up, and who influenced you? And then I'm gonna tell you who I think you remind, because you're distinct, but I could hear a little bit of an influence of somebody's, and I'll bring it up now. Go ahead, tell me who they are, and I'll tell you who you remind me of.
Oh man, bro, there's so many artists I grew up listening to, man. I say for one, Young Jeezy was an influence.
That's a good one.
Rick Ross, definitely an influence.
I could hear that a little bit.
Rick Ross been out for years, bro. He's been out for years, still going hard, still going strong. So that's another influence.
I don't care what people say about him, bro.
Yeah, me neither, bro.
Because
He
people,
still got it.
people get caught up. Yeah, people get up in. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
No, you
people
good.
get caught. No, no, I just wanted to make that point clear because people get caught up. They don't know how to separate. Like it's entertainment too. You got to
Right.
understand, it's entertainment. Like people want this. What you think that this guy is moving kilos? Like you really want him to be moving
Yeah.
kilos? Like he
Yeah.
gonna lose it. He gonna go to jail. Like you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Right.
Like
Right. Yeah.
let the man be. So what if
Yeah.
he was a CEO, whatever he was doing? He
Exactly.
makes
Yeah.
good music. Let's separate the two. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Exactly. No, you good, bro. But yeah, I say last, I'd probably say, you know who Young Dolph is, right? That rap
Yeah,
out of
yeah, yeah.
Memphis.
No
Yeah, yeah,
doubt.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
dope.
say,
He's
yeah, yeah.
dope.
I say all three of them. But it's plenty more. It's plenty more. But I say that's like my top three rap influences. Yeah.
Now, listen, I respect that. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
respect that, especially, I mean, especially Jeezy. You know, when at the age I'm at, right? The age I'm at, I kind of grew up on 90s, early 2000s. So, like, we lose track of like the influence that guys like Jeezy and
Right.
Rick Ross could have. Like, them cats is OGs already. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, they OG, like, especially Jeezy. Like, Jeezy, well, both of them actually from the same era, but Jeezy and Rick Ross really carved out a unique lane. Like they kind of, you know
Man,
what I mean?
boy.
They made it.
Yeah,
Yo, no, listen, true story,
they
right? In
did.
New
They
York, I'm
did.
gonna tell you this. This is a fact, 100%, because I'm from New York. In New
Right.
York, dudes was not playing South records. There was not.
Yep, yep, yep.
They had a buzz up here. Like they had a
Yeah,
buzz up here. At that
yeah.
time, right? In that era, we had three dudes that was mad, like flaming hot when they came out, right? You had Jeezy, Ross, and the other one, believe it or not, was from the West Coast, was the Game. Those were the
Right,
three that were
right.
like the most fire in at that time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Oh man, the
crazy.
game, bro. When the game came out, oh my gosh, bro. Talk about brought the West back. Talk
Yeah.
about bringing back the West Coast.
He had
Dog.
a New York style though. A lot of people don't realize. Like I'm not taking that away from him. Like that was his influence. What are you gonna do? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that. I
right.
think that's why he kind of got really popular in New York because he knew that okay, if I'm gonna ride with G Unit and at the time 50 Cent, I gotta adapt. You know what I mean? And it
Exactly,
worked.
exactly,
He was out here like
exactly.
New York. Like he was good. Like he came to New York and nobody touched him. Like home, he
Right.
was good by himself. He was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It was crazy. Nobody could do
You're
that.
right. You're right.
He
You're
was
right.
good
And
in New York.
exactly, bro. And what you just said about that New York style that he had, that's true because look, he was around 50, Lloyd Banks, and all and guys like that. Those
He
was
was better than
spitters.
all of them. He was better than all of them.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, and
yeah.
I'm from New York, but I'm very objective. Look, he was the best
Right,
spitter on G Unit. Sorry,
right.
best spitter.
Yeah, yeah. Game. People sleep on Game, man. Game can
He
rap.
a
He can
legend.
get down if he really wants to. And I feel like Game really don't get the respect that he deserves, bro.
Agreed.
Not just on, just not just being the West Coast MC,
In
but just
general,
overall in general, as what he brought to hip hop and the impact. People sleep on Game a lot, man. I don't know why, but he
yeah.
deserves the flowers while he's still here. Don't do it when he is gone. Do it while he's still here. Game is up there. I put him up there. I put him up there. Top 10. I put him up there. Game is
Yeah.
definitely up there.
Nah, Game is because he also like people. Another part that we can't dismiss is that like you said from the not just that he's from the West Coast, but like there was a time where the West Coast was like dead. We're not talking, there was no Kendrick yet.
Yeah.
There was no Nipsey, nothing. Like the
Right,
West
right.
Coast was deader than dead. Like
Yeah.
dead, right? And dead almost like how New York is right now, which it pains me to say that, but I'm gonna just be real.
Let me ask you about the New York hip hop
Go
scene.
ahead. Yeah,
Why
yeah,
you
yeah. Let's
think?
get into it.
Yeah, why do you think it is that New York ain't climbed back to the top like what it used to be? Like you guys had your glory days.
Of
Every
course.
act that was coming out of New York, Lil Kid, Biggie, Mobb Deep, Wu
Nas.
Tang Clan, Nas. Why you think that is that New York ain't back to where it used to be?
I got a very simple solution for that. Very simple answer. We stop innovating. So
Mm.
it's twofold. Number one, we stop innovating. If you listen to the New York dudes now, they all doing drill. They trying to sound like they're from Chicago or they from
Yeah,
Atlanta. right? So we're not originators anymore. So they out, which I'm not gonna knock them, whatever. They gotta feed their family, they gotta chase the bag, whatever. Let them chase the bag. They out there chasing the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they out there, you know, whatever. They trying to get they're getting the money, they're getting the bag, and they're gonna go with what the radio or the streaming platforms want. They want to go get those streams. So they don't want to innovate no more. That's part of it. The other part is nobody gets along. Like everybody always fighting. Like New York has been like that for years, but there used to be more unity. Now dudes is fighting. They at each other's neck. This generation, like nobody gonna like. Let's be honest, and it's not just in New York. It's everywhere. Like nobody's gonna fight no more. Nobody's gonna scrap. Like they gonna shoot you. Like they're gonna. Nobody fights, right? So the violence. They all fighting, and if not, if I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me. Fuck you, I'm out, whatever. I ain't gonna mess with you, and there's no collaboration. So I think it's that. We stop innovating because there's always talent, but just like we stop innovating. That was it. Now, if you listen to New York artists, they sound like they could be from anywhere.
That's true. That's
you know,
true. Or they got that. They try to sound like the late great Pop Smoke.
Right. He was the last one that was, and I feel so that hurt me. When he died, I was mad because obviously because a young man lost his life. That's first and foremost, right? Talented, all that stuff. But I was like, man, this is New York, and we lost one. Like this guy could have been that one. He was the next one.
Yeah.
He was the next one.
Yeah.
And I hold out a theory about Pop Smoke. Now, I don't want to get into the theory of how he died, whatever. We can dispute that. That resemblance between him, the similarities between him and 50 Cent, that's kind of, I don't know, man. I'm not saying that, I don't know. Something's weird there. I'm sorry. Like, they look too much alike. They sound alike.
Oh, man.
Imagine that's his father. He just never said anything about it. He looks like him.
Yeah, he do. They both built.
Right. The same smile.
Yeah, the lingo, the New York style, the accent, everything. It's like, is this 50 Cent that's in Pop Smoke?
Got the same last name.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Bashar Jackson, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Right. And it's sad, bro. It's sad. Right. It's real sad. Yeah. And so I'm glad to hear those influences of yours, man, because it's good. It makes me feel like you're very well versed, which is good. Mm-hmm. It's always good to have that. It's like a gumbo. It's almost like a big pot of gumbo. You know,
definitely.
And you know who I hear as an influence of yours as well. You didn't mention his name, but not an influence, but I'm wondering if it's an influence for you, right? You know, you're familiar with Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs.
You sound a little bit like Freddie Gibbs to me. Now it could just be pure coincidence, but
I've been getting
the style.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people say
Freddie Gibbs. Yeah, you got a little Gibbs, man.
And I like Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is very underrated. Another lyricist.
Man, yeah, Indiana.
Underrated. Indiana boy. Exactly. There you go. Yep.
I love Gibbs, bro. I love Gibbs. Yeah. I think Freddie Gibbs doesn't get his respect, man.
No, he does not.
So disrespected, man. I'm like, Gibbs he put out work. Like, he puts work in the game. Like, this guy makes music every year. Every year he got an LP, an EP, something, mixtape, always working, and he always got the best production. Always has the best production.
Exactly.
So I'll be like, damn, man. Right. So let's make a turn, right? I'm gonna do something right here because I recently started a new segment, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. The segment is called What Santos Said. I'm gonna go to an old video clip or audio clip, depending on the format that people are listening to. I'm gonna go to an old clip, and you're gonna hear me I'm saying something, and then I'm gonna react to it, and then I'm gonna ask you your thoughts. All right. So I'm gonna do it like a quick. I'm gonna do a screen share. Hold on. Yeah. So this is from episode 4, and this is with Nathaniel. So let's go to this real quick. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, look, it's the same thing. And it's why we should never put these people on a pedestal because you don't know them. We don't know them. We don't know what they're into. There's people who are sick, right? There are people who are sick who are into, things that are not proper, that are not right, right?
Right.
Like so. What Santos said on this was we were talking about African Bambaataa and like what he was accused of. He had been accused of molesting children and doing all kinds of stuff. So my point on this was we can't put celebrities on a pedestal because we don't know them. So like we can't assume that they are these upstanding citizens when we have no idea who they are. What are your thoughts on, I guess, like celebrities as far as like putting them on these pedestals and before we even get a chance to know them, or what do you think about that?
I definitely agree, bro. I definitely agree. Like you said, we don't know these people personally. They human beings just like we is. They do things, you know, and I feel like, yeah, we shouldn't put celebrities on the pedestal. You we got people that we can look up to ourselves. That's positive people in our communities, like an elderly person, or a parent, a brother, a sister, or a mentor, somebody at church. Like, we got people that we know personally that we should uplift and praise and celebrate them to the celebrity that we do not know personally.
Or nah, 100%, bro. I agree with that for sure. Yeah, and I'm with you. That was just my point there, and so that was what Santos said.
What
Now,
Santos said.
said, yeah, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
new segment. It's a new segment. I just introduced it on my last episode, so now I'm keeping that going.
For sure, man.
So you from San Diego, right?
San
San Diego,
Diego.
California, right? Okay, so
California.
this is the time where I'm gonna ask you about San Diego, right? I
Okay.
knew I knew
Talk
that
to me,
there's a
bro.
couple.
Ask me anything, bro. I'm
All
with it.
right,
I'm with
all right.
it.
So San Diego doesn't have the reputation of churning out crazy hip hop talent like LA, right?
Right,
Obviously, this is an
right,
obvious
right,
statement.
right,
Tell
right.
me about the San Diego hip hop scene.
San Diego
I
hip hop
I know there's a
scene.
couple. I'm sorry. I know there's a couple MCs who are from San Diego, right?
Mhm.
Like, wasn't Jo Felony from San Diego?
Yeah, yeah. We go get into all that. I'm gonna
Go
explain
ahead.
jail felony and all that stuff. Okay. My city, San Diego, just like how you describe New York, it's not togetherness. Here and there, some dudes can put differences aside and come together, but it's still not where it should be. It's still not where it should be at all. And that has a lot to do with everything, bro. Industry politics, street politics, who you associate with. There's a lot of different reasons why the city ain't where it's at. And let me start with the industry politics. The OGs, when they was coming up, they were saying how if you didn't have that Dr. Dre co-sign, it was gonna be hard for you to make it out the West to really make it
Ooh,
on a national level and get that much exposure. They said if you didn't have that Dre co-sign, man, it was gonna be hard. You was gonna have to push the music your own self, which they end up doing. Guys like J.O. Felony, Mitchie Slick, Big June, Damu, Gangsta Earn, R.I.P. to him, Lil Rob, and a few other artists. J.O. Felony, for one, was the first artist out of San Diego to have a record deal.
mm-hmm.
He signed with Def Jam in like the late 90s. He signed with
Yeah,
Def Jam the same time DMX was hot. RIP to DMX. He signed with Def Jam around that same time.
he was gonna be the next guy, bro. He
Yeah, he was
wasn't.
gonna be the next guy.
But you know what was his fatal mistake, right? Obviously, I think it's well documented his fatal mistake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I know what you mean by that. We ain't gonna get into that because
Mm.
I ain't, yeah. But that's the reason why
No, I'm
industry
not
politics.
disrespecting. I'm not disrespecting. I'm just saying what you alluded to, the industry politics. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
happened.
the industry politics, yeah. And number two, street politics. A lot of the OGs, when they got the San Diego music shit popping, a lot of them had one foot in the streets, one foot in the music.
Mhm.
Dudes were still,
Doing their
hitting
thing in the
each
streets,
other up,
yeah.
doing their thing.
Yeah.
A lot of B's and C's was beefing. Hoods beefing. Oh, we ain't gonna work with him because of what he did to us. So it was like fuck that side and fuck the other side.
Damn.
Nobody wasn't trying to bring that together. And now the new generation of acts are coming out of the city, which is myself. Man, we got a lot of great talent in this new age. So the OGs are seeing what they messed up at and say, you know what? We gonna make sure that the youngsters don't fall into the trap that we did when we was coming up. So what we gonna do is we gonna come and mentor and help them and have them not make the same mistakes that we did when we was coming up. So you start to see a lot of the OG artists now lending a helping hand, reaching out, be like, okay, you know, I see you making noise in the city. We can go and take your business about this, and we can go here, we can go there, you know. So the OGs is doing their part. Some is doing their part. I can't say all. Some is doing their part and reaching out to the younger artists and be like, okay, I'm gonna pull you up. I see you got potential. Let me work with you. Let me get you this look. Let me get you this exposure, and et cetera, and et cetera. So yeah, J.O. Felony was the only artist as of now to sign a major deal at that time. But another thing is the city didn't really embrace him like that. This is a city where everybody don't want everybody else to get on. It's like, okay, we get on and this us against them. We don't want nobody else to get on.
Was it because of the blocks? Because I know, and I know the West Coast is very territorial. So was it because he wasn't from this block, right? For those, he ain't from my side.
Exactly.
So screw him. He's not from my side. I ain't gonna support you. Whether it's the block or the colors.
Right. And it's still like that to this day, man. San Diego, the West Coast in general, is very political. It's very traditional. They still on that political shit. You know, you go against the hood if you work with such and such. But I'll tell you like this. Me and my team, we don't get into the street politics. We work with who we want to work with. So we ain't got to check in, and the OG ain't got to check us and say, yo, you did this with such. We ain't got to worry about that. Me and my team, we move how we move. We move militant. We got a military mindset. It's business. It's all business. I don't give a damn what such and such deal with them. They ain't got shit to do with me. You know, we talking about, oh, how can the city be put on? It starts with unity. It starts with unity. That's number one. Everybody want to be, Go ahead.
No. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, everybody want to be top dog, and they want to be on top. But just think about if everybody can come together, how huge that would be for the city.
Huge.
It would be super huge.
Yeah, especially because that area, I think, you know, because I'm familiar with that area. That area over there, and one of the things that that bothers me too, that I noticed, and it's not just San Diego, it's a lot of cities in California in general. Like the which I'm gonna ask you about as well. You know better than I would. Like the division between the black and the brown. And that even goes into hip hop as well. As you rarely see collaborations between the Chicano rappers or the Mexican American rappers, right? Yeah. And the black rappers, right? The African American MCs. Why is that? You don't see that collaboration, and that extends itself to all the way to the Bay. It's not just San Diego, all the way to the Bay.
Right, bro. It all goes back to the old times, bro. Like, okay, let me before I get into that, let me break down California as a whole.
Go ahead.
And what's the difference? Okay,
break it down for us.
I'm from San Diego, a Cali boy. So you got Southern California and you got Northern California. It's two regions. It's split up.
Right.
SoCal is made up of San Diego, LA, Riverside County, Orange County, the IE, Imperial Empire. Yeah. I mean the Inland Empire, which is like on the outskirts of LA, right? And then you got up north, you got Sacramento, Oakland, Frisco, Vallejo, California, and et cetera, and et cetera. Now I'm gonna speak on SoCal because I don't really know too much about.
I respect politics. I
I
respect
don't
that.
really know too much about the North politics, but I'll tell you about SoCal politics. You got the thing called Southsiders, the Sureños.
Right, right,
For years, there's been a lot of back and forth between the Southsiders and the black sets. A lot of
right.
Bloods and Crips and shit. It's been war for
It's
years.
deep rooted, deep rooted. Yeah.
It's deep rooted, and that goes all the way into the prison system as well. Out
Facts.
here in SoCal, and these SoCal prison systems, hey, if you a Blood and a Crip and you beefing on the street, once you get into that prison, they don't give a damn about what set you from. You all
Mm-hmm.
together. That's all one. So you guys got to be in the same dorm, and y'all got to share with each other because it translates into the prison system. Y'all gonna be against the Aryan Brotherhood, which we
Mm-hmm.
all know, the white boys.
Don't
They
like
clicked
anybody.
up. Yeah, they clicked up. They clicked up with the Mexicans.
Mm.
So they clicked up together. It's all of them, and then it's just the blacks. So Bloods and Crips, you got to learn how to get along when you in that prison system. Because if you not, you gonna get dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get
Yeah.
dealt with a lot. And,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they still exist, but you had BGF, Black Gorilla Family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They
yeah,
was
yeah.
a
I heard of
strong, they was a strong group of brothers
that. Yeah,
that go
yeah,
all the
for
way
sure.
back to the late 60s and
Mm-hmm.
70s.
That's
They
right.
was
Yeah.
running these California prison systems. That's something that they don't tell you. I did my research on that. I was like,
Nah,
man, I
nah.
didn't know
The
these.
OGs
Yeah,
told me about that for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I said I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know these brothers had that much power, but they did.
They did.
I don't know if they still exist in the prisons today. I don't know, but that's the reason why you really don't see it. But I'm gonna tell you this: San Diego, my city, since we close to the border, the
The
Mexican
border.
border is right there. I say the Chicanos and the blacks, we fuck with each other. It's connection.
That's
It's
what's up.
always it's been a connection now. It's always been love and respect. And locally in my city, a lot of the artists, a lot of black artists that got their name popping, they work with a lot of Chicano artists.
That's
So
what's up.
it's all they always collaborated. Some may be like, I don't know, but for the most part, they do. And as far as that, going up to LA, from what I hear, LA is still all that shit. The Chicanos don't really like the blacks, and vice versa.
So you're saying in San Diego, it's a little, it's not as bad maybe as it might have been before
Right,
in that
exactly,
regard, right?
exactly,
It's more the newer
exactly,
generations kind of like open their mindset a little
exactly.
bit.
But you still got that, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
us
yeah.
versus
No,
them.
because of the blocks, because the blocks, everything is
Yeah,
separated over there.
man,
Everything is so. Yeah, I hear you.
man, man. And
It's
let me
crazy.
tell you how San Diego runs as well. See, my city, we the second largest city in California,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Facts.
By population and size. But at the same time, we still a small city. How we operate, because the mindset, people's mindset is so closed for the most part. And that's why you see San Diego ain't really on the map when it comes to this West Coast hip hop and to hip hop in general. We not getting national attention because of that.
It's a very
So
traditional city. The city's
yeah,
very
it's
traditional.
it's
Yep.
very, very traditional. And another thing too, going back to the sets, some of the sets don't fuck with each other.
Right.
And that translates into number three, who you associate with. If you clicked up with them or them or them, they're gonna be like, nah,
Mm.
you ain't gonna come on here on this side of the with us.
Right.
We got our thing going on, they got their thing going on. And it's still the youngins that's carrying out that same shit. They still carrying that same stuff out. Some of them, not all, but some of them are still carrying that same stuff out because they see the OGs getting older and they want to hang on to that and make the set proud. So that's why you don't see that. And another thing too, the police and the rappers in San Diego is they don't really get along. They don't get
Man.
along like that. And there's been plenty of times where a San Diego artist has been stopped from performing at the local venues because of the reputation and who they associate with. And that made a lot of the promoters in the club like, okay, we see that you got a following, we see that you got an audience, but business wise, it wouldn't be safe because of who you connected with and what side of the city you from. So that's another reason why the promoters and the clubs didn't want to book local acts. But slowly, you start to see a lot of the local acts book venues in the city, even though there was a time where they couldn't really do it because,
They were
hey,
scared. They were
yeah,
probably
they were
scared. They
scared.
didn't want to. Yeah, yeah. They didn't want to lose
Yeah,
out. Or Mhm.
and there was plenty of times on the news, bro, where you would hear like, it was a concert, a local artist had a concert, shootouts, people got jumped, stabbings, and all that. So they say, yo, we don't want to deal with that. So that's what made a lot of artists locally get targeted by the news, by the local news, and by the local authorities, San Diego police. So that's another reason why, man. And San Diego as itself is split up. I'm from East County. I grew up in Spring Valley, California. I'm a Valley boy. So East County, you got 4 cities. You got Spring Valley, Lemon Grove, El Cajon, and La Mesa. That's all East County. That's like towards the mountain area. And you got Central San Diego, which is like City Heights and areas like that. You have a lot of, African families, Somalian families, so
Right.
that's their time. They operate, when you drive through Central San Diego, you see a lot of their businesses, you see a lot of the temples, shit like that. And
Right.
then
Their
you got
culture. They
South,
got their culture.
yeah, their culture is through Central San Diego and a few other parts like Linda Vista, that's, just off the freeway, off that exit and stuff like that. Then you got South Bay. South Bay is like Little Mexico.
Right. Yeah.
It's Little Mexico because it's leaning towards more of the border, which is National City, Chula Vista, what else? National City, Chula Vista, South Bay, and places like that that lead to the border. So the city, even though we all one at the end of the day, is very split up, it's very divided. Everybody got their own side. And depending on what part of the city you're from, that will determine if a motherfucker would have fucked with you or not on some
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Damn.
everything, it all goes back to politics, bro. Politics, very political. They still hold on to that shit. It's traditional, like you said. So that's just what it is. Could it change over the years? I don't know. We'll see. But for the most part, it is what it is right now. But me and a few other artists, we try to bridge that gap and bring everybody together. Me being on the come up and me, starting to get recognition in the city, we try to build that gap. I'm trying to, do some with the OGs. They started to reach out and stuff and, set it up and get to San Diego, get that national attention that we always been needing and wanting, man, because, we like the forgotten city about when it comes to California. When you think of West Coast hip hop, San Diego ain't what come to mind.
No.
You
No.
thinking of LA, the Bay Area, all
LA right away. Yep.
LA, the Bay Area, because all the greatest acts and legends came from LA, the Bay Area. You got NWA, you got Game, Nip, R.I.P., Kendrick, Snoop, Long Beach, Ice Cube, Dre. Going up north, you got Too Short, E40, Mac Dre,
Man,
Selly Cell.
telling you.
Man, it's too much, bro. Rapping
Yeah.
Forte, Drew Down, bro. There's so many people, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But San Diego, man, I pray that my city gets to where it should be because it's been long overdue, man. And I respect and I commend Mitchie Slick for always mentioning the city and showing love to the city wherever he's at. Wherever he goes, he always shout out the city. And Mitchie Slick is well respected and loved in this city. So salute to OG Mitchie Slick. I see you. He been in the
Salute.
game 20 plus years, still going strong, J.O. Felony still going strong. Salute
Yeah,
to
yeah,
him.
yeah. He
Salute.
deserves more respect. He deserves more
Yeah, he
respect because
deserves
I
more
feel like
respect, bro.
everybody gets caught up in the whole issue with Hove, with Jay-Z way back in the day. That was what did it really, and but he deserves his because he could rap. I remember, he could spit like J.O. could rap. I remember that first album, like that album. I was like, man, I heard that
Yeah.
album. It was shit.
Yep.
I remember that.
And,
I was
and,
like, yo,
and
what's
J.O.
this?
Yeah, exactly. And J.O. Felony, he was in a group with Snoop Dogg, the East Siders. He was
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that group for a little bit too. So
Yep.
he was with Snoop, Trady, Goldie Lock, and them dudes get busy, then they had a falling out, and ever since then, J.O.
Yeah,
Felony
man.
just been, by himself doing his own thing, but he's
Yeah.
still doing his thing to this day. So
Yeah,
salute to
man.
J.O. Felony, man.
Salute to him. Yeah, yeah. He deserves a lot.
Yeah.
He deserves his flowers for real.
Oh, definitely.
Talking about San Diego, right? On another tip, because I wanted to talk about the sports side, right? Because I noticed that you are a diehard San Diego Padres fan. Is that right?
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
talk to me about your Padres and talk to me about number 23, the song that you came out with, dedicated to Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah. Well, man, Padres, bro. I've been a Padres fan for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
When I first went to their games, when I was a little Casino Gotti run wild, man.
Mini Casino
So
Gotti.
yeah. A little casino running around, bro. But it's been love ever since. Padres, man, they was a team to be reckoned with back then, man. We
Mm-hmm.
had the late great Tony Gwynn, Mr.
I love
Padre
Tony
himself.
Gwynn. I love Tony Gwynn.
Man, Mr. Padre himself, Tony Gwynn, man. He's the one that put the team on the map. Always show love to the Padres.
And yo, isn't he from there? Isn't he from San Diego?
He a little bit up north, like I think Riverside
Or
LA,
close to
something like
it.
that. Yeah, something close because before he died, he was living out in Poway. And Poway is like a suburb. Poway is like a suburb up north in the city of San Diego County. It's considered San Diego County, even though it's up north a little bit. But yeah, he lived in Poway for a little bit. So he's always been involved in the community, bro. Ever for a long time. He's always
He went to San Diego State too. He went to San Diego State. He coached there. So I look at Tony Gwynn like not just as Mr. Padre, but I look at him like Mr. San Diego too in a way because he was everything to that city.
Bro, his murals is all over the city. You got his mural at Mission Beach, Ocean Beach. You got the Petco Park, the stadium downtown, bro. You got Tony Gwynn Drive. So they named the street after Tony Gwynn. Yeah, bro. He forever get love in the city, bro. Forever. He's
the greatest hitter. He's the greatest hitter I've ever seen. Yep, I gotta say, like I have like his old baseball cards from when I was a kid when he had like the fro. Right, and he had the Jerry curl with the brown uniforms. Woo.
Yep. That's old Tony Gwynn, man. That's Tony Gwynn.
Man.
Yep. And his son, Tony Gwynn Jr., he played for the Padres for a little bit too.
Yep. Yeah, no, was a pretty good player too. Well, obviously, look, you can't be Tony Gwynn, but
you can't be your pops, but you
he had a nice little career.
Still there, yeah. And he's still around. Salute to Tony Gwynn Jr., the whole Gwynn family. Yeah. But man. San Diego sports, bro. That's just like how the music scene is like kind of like same thing with San Diego sports, bro.
I feel so bad. I'm gonna tell you why. You know what I'm gonna talk about now that I'm saying I feel so bad, right? I'm not gonna say it's because of the Padres. They didn't do well because, look, I'm a Mets fan, so I'm used to my team. I'm used to my team not doing well, right? I'm used to my team sucking.
We played y'all this year. The Mets in San Diego. We played y'all this year.
Yeah. We both were supposed to do good. Like before the year started, both were supposed to be good. We both sucked. So, but right, we both sucked this year. But what I was gonna talk about was the Chargers. right?
Oh man.
Since the charge, that
Oh
was such a crime that the charge. See, I brought up something. I told you.
Hey man,
Sorry.
I'm all for it, bro. I'm here to talk
No,
my shit,
no,
bro.
no, no,
I'm here to
listen.
vibe, chill out. We
Word,
gonna get,
word.
we gonna talk it. We gonna talk it.
Listen, yo, San Diego. Listen. I'm not even from there, and I felt it. I felt so bad because I was
Yeah,
like, "How do you have a team with such a great fan base?" Okay,
right.
y'all didn't have a hard time selling tickets or nothing. I remember, like,
Yeah,
you had a great fan base. They
yeah.
moved them. What's his name? Spanos, whatever the hell his name is.
Spanos, yep,
As jerk.
Spanos,
He moved.
yep.
Right, he's a jerk.
Yeah,
He moved the
yeah,
team to LA where they don't even care about the Chargers.
yeah. You right.
What do you think?
You right.
What is your? Are you still a? Does San Diego still root for the Chargers, or like where you guys at with that?
Oh man, you got some fans lingering here and there. You know, they still show support even though they up the freeway. You know,
It
for
could
the
take you
most
like
part,
a day and a half to get there with traffic, but
man,
even though it's not that far,
that LA traffic, boy. Ooh, I'll be ready to get the blicky out and start airing.
get out the way.
Yeah, man, like damn. But for real, bro, yeah, you got some fans lingering here and there, but for the most part, man, they did the city dirty, bro. They had some diehard fans. Bro, you had people that were season ticket members since the damn 60s when Dan Fouts and them was playing.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
had that. That's how much dedication and fans and love and support that they had in the city. People was ready and willing to give their last just to go see the Chargers play, whether they win or lose.
Yeah.
People
Mm-hmm.
love the Chargers, bro. But
Yeah, they had great teams.
Spanos, money hungry ass wanted to go up to LA where the stars is at, where everything is bigger, where there's more coverage, where there's a mass market, which at the same time I understand because everything in LA is bigger. LA is the
Right,
culture,
right, right, right.
LA is the world, LA is everything. LA determines what's hot or not. So I get it. But at the same time, bro, you had the people was here riding for you. The people in San Diego was riding for the Chargers. Win, lose, draw.
Right.
They bleed Charger blue.
Yeah.
And when they dipped and left the city, that was it.
I felt so
It's
bad,
more
man.
it's more of a Padre town than it is a damn Charger town. And if
Yeah,
people
of
got
course.
NFL teams, besides the one that still root for the Chargers here and there, besides that, people bandwagon or is a Chiefs fan, a Raiders fan, because Raiders then moved to Vegas, so they right next door.
Right, right.
So you got people fans of other teams that they ain't even from. But when
And that,
Chargers
and
left, no,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry. No, no, what I was gonna say is that's kind of taboo too, because now that I think about it, because it's like, yo, like, who you gonna root for, right? When you think about it,
Right.
you're gonna go, because you can't go root for the Raiders. You can't do that. Like,
Yeah, that's a
right?
rivalry. That's a
Can you?
rivalry. Yeah,
Can you?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I couldn't do that. Like, knowing that I was rooting for the Chargers all these years, I kind of think if
Right,
it were me, I might just stay with the team, even though they
right,
moved up the freeway.
right.
That's just me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, if I were, from San Diego, I'd be like, fuck it. I'm gonna just root for the Chargers. But
right.
you can't go Raiders. Like, no way.
Because
You know what I mean?
Raiders got their own fan base, so we need as much Chargers fans out here that we need. But bro, Chargers had a lot of special moments, man. They had a lot of special moments, bro, where they was a team to beat.
They had
Going
some
back to
bad
the
luck too, though. They've
man.
had some bad luck. They've had some bad luck. I'm a Jets fan too. So
Oh,
here's
you a
the
Jets
thing. So
fan?
they're horrible. Listen, I know I have a horrible taste in teams. I get it, but
Hey, it's all good, bro.
I'm a Jets fan, and when the Jets fan says, "Yo, y'all got some bad luck," y'all got bad luck because you guys have had way better teams than us. I'm not saying you haven't. What I'm saying
Right.
is that like respectfully, you guys have had. But I'm saying like you guys have had like 13-3 seasons, like stuff like that,
Man,
14
yep,
and
yep,
two, and like
yep,
they get bounced in the playoffs because somebody missed a
yeah,
field goal or some shit, and
exactly.
you be
You
like,
actually know, you
oh
know, you know,
man.
you know,
Even me, I'm
yeah.
like, well, come on, you gotta make that. Like,
Right,
it's
right,
crazy.
right. You right, bro. Yeah, man. We had a lot of bad luck, man. And that's another thing. Chargers. I mean, because now they're starting to get good. I've been watching a couple of
Yeah,
their
I like their
games. They,
quarterback. Yo,
yeah. He nice with it. He real nice with it.
Herbert's
He real
nice.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Herbert could
nice with
play.
it. He put it up some numbers, bro. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Damn, what the hell I was gonna say? Yeah,
About Chargers.
yeah, Chargers, bro. They have some. When it comes to management, man, the front office, they missed out on a lot of talent, man, or at least haven't give the talent enough. I remember when Drew Brees got drafted to the Chargers, right?
Right.
He got hurt. They traded him.
Yeah, that's
Drew Brees said, "Oh yeah, you want to trade me? All right, let me take my talent to the Saints. Let me go to New Orleans and win them some Super Bowls and go to the playoffs." And that's exactly what he did. Drew Brees said, "Kiss my ass, Chargers. I'm getting the hell up out of there. I'm going to the Saints, and I'm going to dominate and build a legacy and be one of the greatest Saints passers of all time." And that's what he did. And when Drew Brees went to the Saints, he dominated year after year, all the way up until he retired.
nah. He's been great. He was great. He was great. I mean, Hall of Famer. Obviously, he broke like a
Hall
million
of Famer.
records.
A million records, bro. A million records. Played
Crazy.
with everybody. Had everybody on the Saints team. Had Heisman Trophy winner Reggie Bush. They won a Super Bowl together. Salute to Reggie Bush.
Word.
Salute to
Yeah, he had a
Reggie
good
Bush.
career. Had a great career.
He had a good career, even though he got hurt towards the end. It's all good. He's still a legend, a San Diego legend. Salute to Reggie Bush. He's from Spring Valley, like I'm from Spring Valley. He is Spring Valley
Word. Oh,
native.
so you guys are from around
Yeah,
the same way. Oh,
we from
nice.
the
I didn't know
same. We
that.
from the same area, bro. Same area. Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Hey,
Reggie Bush.
speaking of Reggie Bush, bro, I got to tell you a story. Yeah, let me tell you about Reggie Bush, bro. I seen him one time. He came up to the school, right? Because me and him went to the same school. He went to Helix. I went to Helix. Obviously not around the same time because he older.
Right. Well, no, I would
But
think not at the same time, right?
right. Right. So he came up to school one day. I didn't even know. He came up to the school one day because, he had like a little football. He was running like a little football camp shit with the kids while we was at school. And he came up to the school one time. He was there like all day. He was there from when I started school at like 7:45 all the way up till we got out of school. So they was all like, "Yo, Reggie Bush is here." So all the kids was running to the football field to go take pictures and shit. So I was like, "Oh, all right." And this is the funny shit, bro. I was walking home. I was walking home from school, and guess who I saw eating at the taco shop getting his grub on?
Go ahead.
Reggie
Who? Reggie
motherfucking
Bush.
I saw Reggie Bush outside eating. He had his girl with him and his kid, but the girl wasn't Kim Kardashian. That was after Kim Kardashian.
Nah. That was after Kim.
Yeah. That was post Kim. That was post Kim.
That's probably better. He's probably better off. Man, listen. When you touch her, listen. I respect her, what she's done and everything. But man, listen. You touch her, you might as well just be, you might as well just get out the. I don't know. Don't even go near her. Take a bath in holy water or something. Cause don't see a witch doctor. Right?
You're right, bro.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Like, don't fall for the fake ass nothing. The fake lips. Everything is fake.
Everything,
anyway,
bro.
Everything's fake.
That once you get a little bit taste of that Kardashian, bro, they put that little spell on you. You done.
It's a wrap. It's done. You gonna tear an Achilles. You gonna get caught up in something bankruptcy, a drug overdose. Something's gonna happen to you.
It's over with, dog. It's over with.
Oh, with her, you saying? You saying it's over with her?
No. The girl that he was with.
Oh, right.
Kim K. Yeah, she wasn't Kim K. She was a bad looking chick. I was like, oh shit. Who that?
Well, what you expect from? Come on, Reggie Bush. You gotta right? Heisman winner. Come on.
You gonna have the baddest of the baddest.
That's it.
So I see Reggie Bush outside eating outside the taco shop because the taco shop was like up the street from my school, and that's the way I had to walk to go home. So he was out there eating at the taco shop with the girls and shit, chilling, had a kid with him. And mind you now, after school, me and my boys, because we lived in the same area, we used to live in the same apartment complex, so we walk home together and shit. So we was, fucking around after school, chasing each other, and I lost my wallet, bro.
Oh.
I lost my wallet. It had every damn thing in it. It had ID, money, cards, all that shit. Ooh, I was so pissed.
I know you was pissed.
Man,
I know the feeling, yo. I know the feeling. Yo, go ahead.
Casino Gotti was upset. I went from 0 to 100 real quick. I was like, oh no, why? I lost my goddamn wallet fucking around with my brother. But anyway,
You want to probably punch somebody.
Man, I was like this, bro. So as we was walking, and we was getting closer to where he was at, so we was walking, and I was checking the sidewalk, see if I, drop my wallet on the sidewalk. And then as soon as we got to where Reggie Bush was at outside eating, my boys are like, he was like, bro, there go Reggie Bush, there go Reggie Bush. I was like, nigga, I don't give a goddamn about no Reggie Bush. I lost my wallet. You think I give a damn about Reggie Bush eating and I lost my wallet? Bro, that shit was the funniest shit ever, bro. Everybody started cracking up and everything. I said it loud enough for him to hear that shit.
They're like, fuck Reggie Bush.
I said, I don't give a damn about no Reggie Bush. I lost my wallet, nigga.
I would have been like that too. I was like, I don't give a fuck about no Reggie Bush. It's my money.
I said, bro, I don't give a damn about the Reggie Bush. I lost my wallet. I had my card in there. I had my money. My dad is gonna get me. I don't give a damn about no Reggie Bush. Man, get out of here with that shit. So we just laughed it off and shit, walking home. But yeah, bro, that's the only time I saw Reggie Bush up close in person. He a big dude. He a big dude,
right? On TV, everybody looks small for some reason, right?
Man, I said, shoot, y'all run up on him if you want to. He'll knock your ass out.
Word. Yeah, these guys don't play. They be in the weight room. They be in the weight room, they be in the gym.
He was awesome.
Diesel,
Incredible Hulk looking shit. That's a big motherfucking person.
Yeah. He don't look big on TV either. When you look at these guys, they don't. TV doesn't do them any justice.
Yeah, TV don't do them any justice, bro. You see these dudes in public, all that shit you was saying online, you ain't gonna say that to their face.
Word.
All you trolls and shit that be commenting under their pictures, threatening them. You see when you run across them in public, you'll see. You wouldn't say all that shit there.
Word, for real.
Say it then, but Reggie Bush, salute to Reggie Bush.
Word.
He an icon of the city.
A legend.
And the same, a legend, bro. Icon, legend, all that. Let me tell you about San Diego. San Diego, bro, we done produced a lot of football Super Bowl talent. You got Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush. You know Terrell Davis that used to play for the Broncos, the running back.
The Hall of Famer, yes.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame.
Didn't I tell you I'm a Jets fan? Right? Yeah. They beat us in 1998. I remember that. I was a kid, but they beat us in the AFC Championship game. The Jets were winning that game at halftime. We came back in 98. Terrell Davis ran circles around us. I remember. Yeah. Anyway,
he was a bad dude.
He was a beast,
bro. I'm surprised you ain't like a Jets fan or like a Yankees fan.
Oh, you mean a Giants fan? Yeah, because you know what it is when everybody zigs, I zag. That's just how I do it.
I feel you on that.
I like to be different. That's why. I like to do different shit.
No, I fuck with that. I like that. Well, everybody go this way, you go that way. I like that.
Yeah. That's why I like the underdog. I like the underdogs.
Yeah, definitely. So back to what I was saying. Yeah, we got a lot of football talent, bro. Reggie Bush, Terrell Davis, Marcus Allen that used to play for the Raiders.
Oh, another Hall of Famer.
Another Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. He went to Lincoln High School. Lincoln High School is in Southeast San Diego. He was a Heisman. He used to play for the Raiders. Yeah, Marcus Allen. A lot of people. Shit, even you remember Ricky Williams, right? That used to play for the Saints and shit. Ricky
Yo,
Williams, the running
is he
back
from San Diego too?
from San Diego, went to
Yo, y'all
Patrick
just
Henry High. Yep.
produce like all the best running backs. Like, what is this?
Running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks. Alex Smith, you remember Alex Smith that used to play
Yeah.
for the Chiefs?
Quarterback? Oh, yeah, he
Another,
was good too. He had a good career.
he from La Mesa, California, went to Helix.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, my school Helix. Let me tell you about my old high school, Helix High School, bro. We produce the most best football players, baseball players, basketball players, all sports, even some actors and shit. Bill Walton, that used to play basketball, went to Helix High School, a Helix
Him
alumni.
too?
Yeah, Bill Walton went to Helix, bro. He from San Diego. He a native. Yep. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even
Went,
know that either. Wow, that's crazy.
yeah. My school, like in the boys' locker room, okay, because you got the locker room, you got the football locker room that's to your right. Then you got the boys' locker room that's to your left. As soon as you enter into the locker room, and either side you go on, there's a wall in the middle that got all of the football players signed jerseys, Super Bowl championships, everything.
That's
Because my school,
crazy, man.
yeah, because my school, Helix High School, and you can look this shit up. There's no cap. Helix High School, bro, it's a charter school, the #1 charter school in San Diego County. People in the city, they know about Helix. Everything that come out of Helix is produced the right way. They always go off and become professional NFL players, basketball players, baseball players, etc., etc. People
That's
know
what's
about
up.
Helix. People know
Word.
about Helix. They #1 in sports.
I've heard
Number
of the
one,
school. I've heard of the
yeah.
school.
Number
Yeah.
one in academics. Man, they don't play. That's a school that does not play, bro.
You got to have your
That's a
grades
school
up,
that is
right, to
not.
stay on the teams
You
and stuff like that.
man, and let me tell you, bro. Coming up, I played football myself. I was playing.
Oh,
Yeah. Let me get into that.
go ahead.
High school, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. No. Fuck that. Freshman year and sophomore year, I played football. Was on the freshman football team. We did good that year. Then everybody else went to junior varsity JV football. Man, that squad that we had, bro, we had everybody, bro. We had everybody on that squad. Cause me and my boys, me and my friends, my partners, my brothers, we was on the same team. So we lived in the same area, lived in the same apartment complex, and we all played football together. So I played football. I could have finished the season, but me, bro, I was so focused on playing football, my grades started to slip.
Yeah.
So
It's
I was
not
like,
easy.
oh, fuck. It's not easy, bro, because the teachers and the coaches, they always communicated. They
Yeah.
always had to communicate because the teachers and the coaches, they would exchange report cards. They would give the coaches the updates on, is he doing good in this class or not. So if I can remember, there was like 2 classes that I was like fucking up in, and I wanted to play football so bad because we was 2 games away from finishing the season, 2 or 3 games away from finishing the season. I want to finish so bad, bro, but the grades it was just too much for me to catch up.
Yeah.
So it's something I didn't want to do, but I said, Coach, I appreciate everything you've done for me, but give me a chance, put me on the team, letting me get my reps in. But man, my grades come first. And he was like, you know what? I respect that. I'll let you do your thing. If you want to come back next year and play, let me know. We'll bring you back into the program. I was like, all right, thanks, Coach. I wanted to play junior year, finishing out the rest of my high school career because I had some more time to go.
What position
So
did you play?
I played cornerback and slot receiver. I like
I could see
playing.
that. I could see that. Yeah.
Because
You have
I'm
the build. Yeah, that
yeah,
your body is
I'm a small dude. I ain't no big
right.
dude.
Right.
So it was cool. I fuck with it. I like playing cornerback more. I like playing corner because it was more intimate. I didn't really like to play man on man coverage. I like to play back. You
Oh,
know,
so you
I ain't
play
like really
zone.
doing. Yeah, I play zone. I ain't really like doing man to man covers. Like, I was the type of player that I like to read the quarterback. I always watch his eyes. Always in practice. I always
That
watch his
sounds like
eyes. I
fun.
see if I see if he running a slant, if he going deep, if he doing a screen pass. If he gonna run the ball. So I always pay attention to the quarterback. So that's why I like doing. I like playing zone. I like playing deep. So just in case if I miss a tackle or if I miss a play, I got the safety to come and help me out because safety is the last ones. They the last ones in the back. So if
Man to
anything, I can
man.
rely. Yeah.
Yeah, man to man is more like when you have, like, from what I understand, because I've never played football, but I understand the game pretty well. So from what I understand, man to man is more like if you got like some big physical guys that could really
Right.
like shut down
Right. Right.
the
Right.
the
Right.
targets, then
Right.
like but you gotta have two of them. You can't just
Right.
have
Right.
one guy. You gotta have two guys who you're like, all right, I trust them in coverage to play man to man. Otherwise, you need to have everybody to help to
Oh,
have so
definitely,
yeah
definitely, definitely.
with the
Because
zone.
there was times in practice where they was trying to guard me up with a tall motherfucker. I was like, man, you really think? I said, coach, I understand you trying to give me reps and you trying to, put me in the game and shit, but I said, I can't guard this dude. He like 6'3", I'm like 5'9". I'm average, regular height.
Right,
I ain't
right.
no big dude. I ain't got hops like that. I can jump, but I can't jump that
Not
damn
over
high.
6'4" guy.
Yeah, not over no 6 foot.
Right.
And this dude I was going up against, not only did he play football, but he was doing track and field. He was doing relays. So I'm like, yo,
Could
if this
run.
dude get if this dude get a step on me, because he was doing hurdles and a whole
He's
bunch of stuff.
gone. He's
He was
gone.
tall.
He
He
gonna
had
jump
long
over your
legs.
head.
He gonna jump. He gonna jump over Casino Gotti head. What make you? I said, Coach, what make you think I'm gonna shut this dude down? I said, you better put me against another slot receiver that's my same size. I said, you got to switch me out, bro. I
Yeah.
said, that ain't gonna be fair because I'm gonna get beat every time, and I know because my defensive backs coach. I said, look, coach, I understand, bro, but you know you trying to have me play a certain position, bro, and I can only do my job if you put me up against somebody that's my same size that I can, play with. So
Right.
you got to
Right.
switch us out. And he said, all right, I see what you're saying. So he switched us out. And yeah, bro, like I was like, yeah, like ain't no way, cause once he get that first step on me, he out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I mean, it's
if
just
he
what
get
it
that first
is.
step, yeah, it is what it is. I said he get that first step on me, and I lose my balance, or if I mess up on the play, if I don't read the play right, he gonna score. He gonna
Yeah.
be on me all practice, and I know you try to prevent that. So put me up against a guy that I can work with. And he said, all right, put me up against a guy I can work with, and it worked out. I'm like, see, there you go. I said communication. I said if I didn't say nothing and I let you allow this stuff to happen, I would have got beat every play.
Shoot, man. And that I love hearing these stories, man, because these are things that we don't. I didn't know, so I'm glad that you revealed that part of you that
Yeah.
a story
Bro,
about. I would
bro,
have never known that.
yeah, man. I'm an open book, bro. I tell you about anything. I tell
Nah,
you,
nah. I appreciate that story.
I
It's
have
good.
some funny shit. I got some serious shit. I tell you anything, bro. But let's keep this going. So let
Yeah,
me go
yeah, yeah.
back. Let me go back to my sports. So growing up, I was always a sports dude. Football was always my first love. Still my first love. I love football. I freaking wake up Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, watch football, watch the pregame, watch all that shit. But yeah, man,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So going back to high school, yeah. So I was like, Coach, man, I really don't want to do this, but I said I'm gonna have to, give football up, man. And I didn't want to because that was like an emotional day, man, because we had a
I
good
bet.
season. That was a good season that we had. We had a good season. We was like what 10-2 junior varsity. Yeah, we had a squad, bro. We had a squad. You feel me? We had a
Wow.
squad, and I didn't want to give up, man, because the times that I was playing, bro, I was doing pretty good. I was doing good. I ain't gonna say I was the best player because obviously them dudes was more gifted and talent. But the chance I got to play in,
You were able to
I
make an
added.
impact.
yeah, I made an impact, do what I could do to help the team win. And, whenever I got the chance, I did do it.
Maybe
So
if you,
after,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so I was saying, I did what I could do for the team. We did good. Come junior year, I was like, you know what, man, let me just focus more on my schoolwork because one more year, we got senior year. We close to graduating.
All right.
And I want to walk across the stage with my boys, with my partners. I got family flying out from, all over the state. I got my sister them flying out from New Jersey with my little nephew.
Whoa, wait. You said New Jersey. I can't let this slide.
Go
You
ahead,
got
my brother.
so you
Go
got
ahead.
family out here on the East Coast.
My yeah, actually, yeah, I do. Let me get into that. At the time, my sister, she lived in New Jersey.
Okay.
Because she was dealing with, a dude that was in the military. So they was living up in New Jersey they was living in New Jersey for like a year or something. And my little nephew was born out there. Her son, which is my nephew, they was born out there. And on my father's side, because my father, he's from Panama.
Where?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
look at that.
yeah.
That's a news flash right there. So
Yeah,
your pops is from Panama.
my father's from Panama,
Right.
man. He's from Panama.
Wow.
So he came to the States.
Do you understand Spanish a little bit or?
Nah,
Nah. All right. No,
I'm just
listen.
being
I
honest.
just asking. Nah. Just asking because
I,
Panama is a
hey,
Spanish-speaking country.
yeah,
But
it is. I know the simple shit like "Hola, cómo estás? Muy bien." That's
right.
the only.
There you go. All right.
That's the only
Nah.
shit I
That's what's up.
understand.
That's what's up. All
But when
right.
he get into that other shit, I'm like, yeah, you lost me. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Your pops.
Yeah. Salute to
He be
pops,
talking to
man.
you in Spanish, so he would talk to you in Spanish. You just be like, "All right." You just respond back.
Yeah. A few times he talked to me in Spanish, and I was just all like, huh? I
Because
was like,
you weren't exposed to it a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, bro, nah. My household, bro, an English speaking household.
all right, nah,
English
listen,
speaking. English,
yeah,
yeah. But I would love to learn. I took Spanish class in high school. I took
all
Spanish
right.
class in high school. I had this lady, this teacher, Miss French. Oh, Miss French, I'll never forget Miss French. But guess what? Even though her last name was Miss French, she wasn't even a French lady. She was a Hispanic.
Miss French, what kind of Spanish
Yeah,
name is that? That's
yeah.
crazy.
Bro, that's what I said. She wasn't even no French lady. She wasn't from France. She was a Hispanic lady from Cali.
Word. Oh,
Hispanic lady from Cali with the last name Miss
French.
French.
But she was married maybe
Miss
to somebody
French.
named
Yeah,
French.
yeah, yeah. She was,
Probably, right?
she was married. She was married to some dude. I don't know who he was, but yeah. That could be it. Well, her last name was Miss French. Yeah, you're right. You are right. She
I
was
guess she
married.
don't got no Hernandez or
No,
nothing like
yeah.
that. No
You were
Lopez.
right. You're right
Nothing, no
because
Z, no S at the end, no O at the end, nothing. Like
you're right. You you were right. You were right, bro. But yeah, I took some Spanish in school, but I didn't. I've been out of school for so damn long, I forgot all that shit.
man, listen, you look like you just came, like you look like you just graduated from school, man. You still, you know what I mean? You still look like you, which is good. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying like
I know what you. I know.
the
Bro,
ladies like
anybody
that.
say that?
The ladies, right?
Yeah, bro, they
Um,
love casino. Oh
ladies love
yeah.
casino. So, all right. So check it out, right? Before we wrap it up,
Well, hold on. Let me go back to the East Coast. My East Coast affair.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
let me clear that up. Yeah. So my sister, they was living up in Jersey for a little bit, but they came back to Cali. My father, when he came to the United States, he was born. He was born in Panama, right? Came to the
Okay.
United States when he was younger. I think he was like 9, 10 years old. His family and them set up shop in New York. I think he said like Brooklyn, Harlem, somewhere in New York. He was in New York for a little bit. So he was, doing his thing up in New York, came to Cali. He came to Cali like in the 80s. That's where he met my mother. My mother, she a country girl. Salute to my mama. Love you, mama.
Salute to Mama Gotti.
Salute to Mama Gotti. Salute to Papa Gotti.
Papa Gotti, that's right.
Papa Gotti, the OGs. Salute to
OG.
them.
Word.
But mama, she from the South. She a country girl. She's from Carolina, South Carolina.
All right. Respect.
She came out to California in the 80s too. That's where she met Pops. And let me talk to you about my childhood. Let me tell you siblings.
Go ahead.
We got time for that? We got time?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so my childhood growing up, me and my sisters, me and my 4 sisters. I ain't got no brothers. I'm the only
Word.
son.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
man. Yeah. Let me tell you something. On my mother's side, it's a lot of females, bro. A lot of females. And every one of my sisters, they got like at least 2 or 3 or more girls and 1 boy.
It's just what it is. It's just
It's just what it
genetics.
is.
It's just that
Yeah,
genetics.
you're right. Genetics.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. You
Nope.
cannot beat that, bro.
It's just what it is. It's mathematics. It's just
what it is. On my father's side, my father, he got a brother. Salute to Unc. He got a brother and shit. And on that side of the family, you got a mix of boys and girls. And it was a lot. My father had a lot of siblings. I think he said it was like 9 of them. 9 of them under one household.
wow.
9 of them, yeah. It was a lot of them, bro. A lot. It was a big family. It's still a big family. My grandfather, he done passed away. R.I.P. to grandpapa. Grandma,
Definitely.
my father's mother, she passed away when he was young, so I never got to meet her because she died way before I was born.
Okay.
And so yeah, man, you got a unique mixture. My father's from Panama, my mother's from the South. She's a Southern girl. They came to Cali. They had me and my sisters. But growing up, bro, it was me and my sisters, a lot of kids, a bunch of kids running wild, 5 kids running wild.
I bet,
Yeah,
man.
and you know me, the last of them all, Casino Gotti was born last, the baby of the family.
Oh, you're the baby of the family.
I'm the baby,
man.
bro. I'm the baby. Everybody else
Oh, man. They had to watch after you.
Oh man, bro, it's still like that to this day, bro. They so overprotective. They so overprotective of their little brother, man. They love their little brother. Like they like, nah, like we ain't gonna let nobody fuck with little bro. Like my sisters is like my security guards.
No, it's like that.
They let nobody be like, nah, you ain't gonna touch little bro and all that shit. So I love my sisters, man. I love my sisters, all 4 of them. I love all of them. The oldest, she like 42, 43.
Okay.
And then you got that's the first oldest. And you got my other sister, she's like late 30s. Her and my other sister is within the same age. And then my youngest sister, me and her like 4 years apart. She was born like in 93, 94, some shit like that. I was born in 97. So me and the youngest, I love all my sisters, I love them to death. But me and my youngest, you and your youngest, you guys become the closest and shit.
It's true.
Because y'all around the same age.
It's always like that.
Yeah. Me and my youngest sister, we a couple years apart. Me and her super close.
Yeah, because you got more in common. Just being from the same era.
Exactly. And most of the time, me and her, it was more me and her than we seen the other sisters because the other sisters is older. They start to have their kids and shit, their families. My nieces and nephews, I got a bunch of nieces and nephews. Salute to my nieces and nephews. I love their little bad self. Uncle Gotti
shout out to them.
Uncle Gotti love the babies.
Love the kids.
Uncle Gotti love the kids. They call me Uncle Gotti. They be like, "Hi, Uncle Gotti, how you doing?"
Then they be like this, "Hi, Uncle Gotti."
Yeah. They just put their head down. Be like, "What you put your head down for? You think I got money? I ain't got no money. I'm broke." But
Nah,
yeah,
not
man.
yet, not yet.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
we
not yet, not
about to
yet.
make that money.
Uncle Gotti gonna hook y'all up with some money. So if you're listening, Uncle Gotti got you when the money come in. Don't forget that. But
Word.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. So growing up, man, it was me, me and my sisters and shit. You know, they was the first. My older sisters, they was the first one that introduced me to rap music. Because growing up, they was listening to everybody. They was listening to Outkast, 3 6 Mafia, Trick Daddy,
Word.
Juvie.
Yeah.
They was listening to like the early shit. They was listening to Ja Rule, Ashanti, DMX. So they the one that introduced me to rap. So
Oh, so you grew up on that. That was the benefit of having siblings that were older, that much older, as you
right,
got to
right, right,
have all that
right, right,
old
right.
school.
Right. Yeah, man, they was jamming out, bro. I remember they played all the hottest shit that was out at that time in the early '90s, as far as I can remember.
Right,
The
right,
shit that
right.
was
I know
hot
what
at
you
the
mean. Yeah,
time,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They was playing everybody, bro. Ja Rule, Ashanti, Murder Inc., DMX. But most of the time, I really grew up on a lot of Southern hip hop. So
Yeah,
that
of
was like,
course.
that's why when you hear the influence, when you hear my
I could
music,
hear it. Yeah, yeah, I could hear it.
you think of the South, even
Yeah.
though I'm not from the South. But
I could hear the
me,
South, the Southern influence.
right, right, right. And my mother being from the South, because I got Southern ties, Southern connections. I got
And you got
folks on her
roots. Yeah, you got
side.
Southern roots.
Yeah, I got Southern roots. I got international roots from my father mixed with the East Coast roots, because he still got, Panamanian family on that side of New York, somewhere in New York. And obviously, me being from the West Coast, born and raised, I gotta have my West Coast roots
Of course,
influences
absolutely, of
always,
course.
always,
Yeah,
bro,
all day.
always,
Yeah, of course.
all day. And I forgot to say my influences too is West Coast artists like Snoop. I got the influence of Snoop because both of our flows is laid back.
Right,
We
right.
got we got we got that we got that laid back flow. Like we be talking about shit, but it's laid back. And it's like vibe music. You can vibe with it. That's what people like. They like that similarity because it's something you can vibe to, drive to, and all that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Snoop is a
man.
legend, bro. Of course.
Oh man, man. I tell you, going back to this West Coast music and the legends, bro. We got a lot of freaking West Coast. We have a strong impact on hip hop.
Yeah, of course.
A very, very strong impact on hip hop. And people be like, I saw something the other day. People was all like, oh, the West Coast, people outside of California ain't really listening to the West Coast music like that because the West Coast music ain't what it used to be. And I'm all like, damn, like, why is that? Like, I feel like the West ain't never went nowhere. We
Right.
still got stars. You
Yeah.
got Kendrick. We got Kendrick. You got Kendrick. You got YG. You got Mozzie. Mozzie is
Yeah.
out of Sacramento.
Yep.
He up and coming. He put Sacramento on the map. Roddy Rich. Roddy
Oh,
Rich.
that's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah. Roddy Rich. And let me tell you something, bro. When I first heard Roddy Rich, I didn't even know he was from California.
Me neither.
I didn't know he was from
You
Cali.
couldn't tell. You couldn't
You
tell.
couldn't tell. You thought, okay, he got auto tune and all that shit. He must be from Atlanta. He
That's
must
what
be
I
from New
thought.
York,
That's what I
Chicago.
thought.
Then
Anywhere
I
else.
saw, yeah, I saw in the interview. He was like, "No, I'm from Compton, California." I said, "You from Compton?"
Compton. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know that
Right.
either. I didn't know. I had to look that
Bro,
up.
Compton is one of the most legendary cities when it comes to this West Coast shit. They
Of
produce all
course.
the
Of
stars.
course. Of
Game,
course.
Dre, NWA. Man, I can go on and on, bro.
Yeah, I always
Yeah,
respected the West Coast when it came to hip hop. I told you
yeah,
offline, and this is no
yeah,
disrespect to the South, because the South has got it too. South
yeah.
is
They do.
every
They do.
region has their you know what I mean,
Right.
their strong suits.
Right.
But to me, when you talk about like the kings of kings, when it comes to like legendary MCs, rappers,
Mm-hmm.
hip hop acts, you talking about East Coast, you talking about the West Coast. Those are the two, like when you think of like the pillars of the hip hop shit. Like nobody's seeing us when it comes to this hip hop shit. With all due respect to the Midwest and the South, East Coast, West Coast, legendary. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. Like you go back into time, you look at it. We got names for days. Like you could keep going forever.
Man, if people could be like, okay, put out the top New York East Coast rappers of all time, the top West Coast rappers of all time, man, it'll be too many people to list, bro. It's so many legends on both
Too many,
bro.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
You got legendary groups like Mobb Deep from the East Coast. Big. I'm a fan of Biggie, bro. I love Biggie Smalls.
No, Biggie? That's what's up.
Biggie. Bro, let me tell you, man. I got a playlist because I mix this new generation music with old school.
Yeah.
My favorite Biggie album is Life After Death. I could listen to that whole album from beginning to end. That whole album is cold, bro.
It's a vibe. It's like a movie. It's a movie.
You right. It's like a fucking movie, bro. From beginning to end. Somebody's got to die. That song with him and Jay-Z, I Love the Dough.
Oh, I love that
song with him and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Notorious
Thugs.
Oh my God. Them is some cold.
You're nobody till somebody kills you.
You're nobody till some man. That's a cold album, bro. That's one of my favorite. If somebody should be like, okay, if you could take any album with you on the island, what albums would it be? I tell you, my top 5.
Go ahead.
Top 5 hip hop albums of all time. Biggie Smalls' Life After Death. Tupac's Double Disc, All Eyes on Me.
Oh.
G-Unit. What's the album G-Unit did?
The G-Unit album, the first one? The first one.
Okay, it's the G-Unit album. It has a cover. It has 50 Cent on it, Lloyd Banks,
Young Buck,
and
Tony Yayo.
Tony Yayo. What's the album called?
Was it called Beg for Mercy?
Yeah, Beg for Mercy. Beg for Mercy. Okay, that's 3. Another one is Snoop Dogg's The Dog Father.
That album was so. That's a good one. I love that album. I love all the albums you mentioned, but like that one right there is like one of those that I'm like, man.
Yep.
Because Snoop was spitting shit. See, Snoop adapted his style over time, right? Because he wanted to, to be more commercial. But yo, he was spitting bars on that shit.
Man.
Snoop could spit. I think he's disrespected as a lyricist, to be honest with you.
Yes,
he's disrespected. Hey, he's funny. He's Snoop. No, he was rapping.
Man, dig deep into Snoop lyrics, man.
He was killing it.
Whoa. Rewind that. What did he just say?
He was underrated as a lyricist. I agree. Because Snoop didn't take himself so serious. Over time, Snoop just, you know what I mean? Snoop just kind of, he dumbed it down a little bit, but that's he was already, that's it. He was made. He didn't have anything to prove.
90s Snoop.
90s Snoop was a problem. With the Dog Pound.
Death Row, Dog Pound, Dre and Snoop Dogg, 90s Snoop Dogg. Man, it's
a monster.
It's out of here. It's out of here. It is out of here. It is out of here. I like when Snoop teamed up with Death Row because that was really on some West Coast gangster shit.
Yeah. Oh, forget it. It was crazy. Yo, it was crazy. Man. Yeah, it's a shame what happened with that. I'm not gonna get into all the shit that happened over there, but there was, you know what I mean? It's just sometimes, like you said before, right? Tying it back in. Sometimes the street shit just,
politics, man.
You can't let it go. You can't let go of the street shit, and it just takes over everything.
No.
Because those brothers all were talented, making money.
Man, let me tell you, bro. Death Row really was the West Coast of that time. They was the West Coast, bro. They represented all of the West Coast. Death Row era, man. The South the South, because at the time the South was kind of trying to come up.
Yeah,
But
it wasn't
definitely,
up. It wasn't yet.
but the West Coast was too powerful, bro. There was no way the South could compete with Death Row at the time. There was just no way, bro. I don't care how talented the South was. I don't care if you had Outkast, because Outkast at the time they was coming up. They was doing their thing. Andre 3000, the Big Boy. Outkast was doing their thing. A few other Southern acts, but
I'm gonna tell you something. You know what's funny? Talking about that, right? Because I'm gonna talk about the
yeah,
East Coast West Coast thing real quick, right? I'm gonna tell you something, and me and Nate talk about this before offline. This I
right,
truly feel like this, right? I'm gonna tell you something for real here. I didn't think, and I always thought that first of all, with the East Coast West Coast thing, it's very sad, right? How it ended with
very
Pac and Big,
sad,
all that, right?
very
It
unfortunate.
wasn't worth it. It was never worth it. Let's get that out the way. I never felt like I felt like the West Coast really kicked our ass, and I felt like the East Coast had too much respect for the West. I never felt,
Right,
and I say this with all due respect, I never felt like the East Coast properly addressed the other. That's how I
right,
felt coming from New York. I didn't feel like the East Coast properly addressed it, but at the same time, it was perpetuated by the media. So it was like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it could have been
yeah,
avoided. So
yeah,
it just drove me crazy how I feel like we had all this respect. Like, and what I mean by we didn't properly address it is like the one moment I got mad at Snoop was when he crushed the buildings. I never felt
yeah,
like we
yeah,
addressed that.
yeah.
I
You're
gotta be
right.
honest. That bothered me. I didn't like that.
You're right.
I
Cause I
gotta be
was,
honest.
cause yeah, you're right. Cause you know how like you go
We
on
didn't address
YouTube, you
that.
look up like, yeah, you're right. Cause you know how like when you go on YouTube, you have like old documentaries of like '90s
Yeah,
hip hop, like
yeah.
West Coast era and shit. They was talking about how during that time when the East Coast, West Coast was stirring up, Snoop them, was kicking down New York buildings and all that. They said,
Word.
yeah, that was a problem.
Nobody checked them though. That was
Yeah,
my problem. Like Snoop Dogg was coming in and out the city, and nobody checked them. Now,
right,
I wasn't. I'm not advocating for violence. I'm talking about like on the music shit. Like I don't
right, right,
remember
right,
anybody dissing Snoop. You know what I mean?
right.
Like everybody loves Snoop.
You're right.
So it was so
Yeah,
funny to me how he crushed the buildings. Like nobody else could have gotten away with that
yeah.
except for
You're right.
Snoop. So it's crazy.
You're right.
And
You're
I
right.
love Snoop.
You're right.
I love Snoop still.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know,
Oh man, he's still doing his thing. Snoop is still doing his thing. Still, and really, he don't even really got a foot out no more shit because he got so
nah,
many
he's done.
hits.
He
He
could
got
just
so
make
many hits,
Corona
man.
commercials.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, I be seeing him on them Corona commercials. I'm like, oh shit, look at Snoop. Okay,
Freaking
I
with
see.
Bad Bunny. He got a commercial with Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, and yeah, you're right. He with Bad Bunny in that commercial. Yep,
Yeah.
and he's on that BMF Big Meats show too.
Word.
Yeah. So Snoop, man, Snoop could be doing other shit outside of music. Like he got so many hits. He's so respected around the globe.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Snoop,
Everybody loves
Snoop
him.
is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Snoop is
It's
just
good.
an icon, man. That's hip hop royalty, bro. You
Of
have to put
course.
him up there. You have to put Snoop up there, man. I don't care what you think about him as a lyricist.
Nah, he's up
You
there.
gotta
He's up
put
there.
you gotta put Snoop up there as overall. He's just a whole package, bro. From
Word.
music to acting to Snoop is up there. You have
He's
to
an
put Snoop up
icon.
there. It's
Icon.
it's just no way. It's just no way. No way you can't put him up there. You have to put him up there. Definitely.
So I wanna, I guess before we wrap this up, I wanna make sure that I get into tell us what you're up to. Tell us about when we can expect the EP. Tell us about what you're working on now. I want you to, let the people know. Talk to the people. Plug your stuff right now. Let us know what to expect from Casino Gotti.
All right. Well, man, y'all can keep up with me anytime, man. As far as projects, bro, me and my brother Almighty Swagger. Salute to Almighty Swagger, Real Money Game,
Salute.
BME, RMG, Rick Money Empire, Real Money Game for life. That's our label. That's our brand. That's everything. That's us. So salute to my brother Almighty Swagger. Me and him got that Rich Porter collab EP coming out real soon. If it don't come at the end of this year, you can expect it in 2022. You might have to wait a little bit longer because we doing other shit outside of music. You know, I'm starting to get reached out to a couple local artists. They want me to get on their project. So we do
Collaborations.
collaborations. We do collaborations. But let me speak on this real quick. I'm only doing this one collaboration with this one artist because he actually reached out to me. The other artists that reached out to me, they just saw like, yo, bro, I see what you're doing. You know, you representing, we fuck with you, but they haven't asked me to get on the stuff, which I'm cool because when it comes to collaborations, I rather collaborate with people in my camp because we trying to build ourselves up. We trying to expand our brand. You know,
I respect that.
not that we don't want to work with nobody else in the city. We
No,
want
you're
to, but we
focusing. You're
rather
focusing.
yeah, we rather do with us first to get us out there because even though I'm starting to get recognition and more people start to reach out to me from all over, I'm still not happy where I'm at. So I still want to build up to where I am where I'm at, and then we can collaborate. Cause I want to be under nobody else's shadow, bro. I want to be on my. I want to put my own self on. I don't want to work with nobody else, and they say, "Oh, he got popping because of me." No, bro.
Right, right, right.
I'm willing to. I'm trying to put in all this work.
Right. Such and such
So
put you on. Such and such put you
yeah,
on. But
this is self made. Before I sign a deal, I'm self made. Before that, I'm on some independent shit before the deal. So that's that because we got our own in-house producers that we working with. They developing our sound. We working with each other. So that's that. So yeah, me and my boy Almighty Swagger will be coming out with that Rich Porter EP. Expect that. More videos. Migo Story video is still out. You know, we dropped it in June. We
love it.
shot the video.
Love that
We
joint.
shot the yeah. I appreciate it, bro. We shot Migo Story earlier this year, back in May. You know, it was like a little delay with the director, so we had released it, months later. But Migo Story is still out. The stream is still going crazy. People still fucking with it. So go stream Migo Story.
Go stream Migo Story.
More projects is coming out. Next year, Valentine's, I'm dropping a video for the Kama Sutra song. You know, because I got songs for the females too, not just a whole bunch of street shit. You know, so Valentine's Day we go drop a song. We gonna drop a video for that song. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, man, just keep up to date with me. You can find me on all my social media.
Go ahead.
Find me everywhere. You can find me on Instagram at Casino Gotti. Twitter at One Casino Gotti. I don't really be on my Twitter like that, but it is what it is. YouTube and everything Casino Gotti, bro, to stay updated, new everything. You want to see new news, what's going up with me, everything. I'm just gonna start doing a vlog too to let people into my life and see what I got going on, so I'm gonna get into the vlogging soon so people can see, what's going on with me and my day-to-day activities and shit like that. So yeah,
that's what's up, man.
Coming,
people be able to get in touch with you and really interact and all that. I think that's dope.
Right. Yeah.
That's dope, man. Listen, Casino Gotti. First of all, thanks a lot for coming on. I really appreciate.
Oh man, it's love, bro. I thank you.
It's love, yo. Listen, we're gonna connect again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you said, bro, we've been planning this interview out for months.
Yeah, word.
It's a lot of shit came up, but bro, we here. We done talk, we done laugh, we done have fun, we done vibed out. It's all love, my brother Santos.
It's all love, my brother. Yo, thank you for the support too. Yo, salute San Diego, West Coast.
Yes. Salute to the East Coast, New York. Salute to my father's parents on the East. Salute to my mother's family on the South. Salute to all over the world. Casino Gotti, love everybody, and I'm out of here.
Yeah. All right, man. Peace, my brother. Be well. We'll talk, right, definitely. Brother. Peace, man.
Peace, man.
Peace. Man, respect to Casino Gotti, man. That was real interesting. I heard he dropped some gems. He really came out and really dropped some knowledge on San Diego, what he's done on his story. Man, it's really interesting to hear the backstory when you see, so many times we see these guys and we see what they're doing. We see the grind, but we don't really see what comes behind it. What is the where it comes from, and hearing the backstory. So it's always great to see brothers like this who they grind for this. this is what he does. This is what he's grinding for this. He's talented. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Casino Gotti brings in the future, and definitely will stay connected. That was episode number 21. Special shout out to everybody, his whole camp, Casino Gotti. Make sure you guys stream Migo Story is out right now. He's got a bunch of other ones too. I had mentioned the 23 joint from Fernando Tatis. The Fernando Tatis joint, that joint is hard too. Real good song. Inspired by his fandom for the San Diego Padres and Fernando Tatis Jr. And again, thanks Casino Gotti for coming on. Remember, as always, don't just say what you mean. Wait, hold on. That's not coming yet. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Santos Thread Shop. Instagram Santos Thread Shop. And again, don't just say what you mean or mean what you say. Say it with your chest. Peace.